You hear a lot about manifestation these days. Manifest your dream job, manifest your dream house. But I don't hear anyone talking about how to manifest a backyard bar. Let me restart.
Ever since I was young, I've loved designing and building things. This passion led me to study architectural engineering at the University of Waterloo, which has a great co-op program where every 4 months I alternate between school and work. My plan was always to first get my degree, then start a tiny house design and build company. I realized that in order to do that, I would need some money. So this summer, for my work term, I tried creating a business within the realm of e-commerce with the goal of developing passive income that would make me money while I was at school. That way, when I graduate, I will have hopefully saved up enough money to start my tiny house company. My venture in e-commerce proved to be semi-successful. I developed a ton of skills and was able to break even. However, I wasn't consistently profitable like I had aimed to be. Out of this experience, I realized 2 things. First, successful people aren't good at everything. They're really good at 1 or 2 things that they then base their career off of and hire where they need help. Second, having long-term goals is important. They give you a direction to work towards and aid in your decision making. However, what's equally as important is to ask yourself if you're labeling something a long-term goal as an excuse to not get started right now. This could stem from fear of failure, laziness, or self-imposed boundaries that are actually easily overcome. With my e-commerce business, I wasn't utilizing my greatest skill, the skill that I had been developing my whole life and am now furthering with my studies, and that's my ability to design and build spaces for people to occupy. And this long-term goal of mine, to create a design and build company focused on small spaces, didn't actually have to be a long-term goal. I didn't need as much money to get started as I thought I did. I didn't have to wait until I finished my degree, and I didn't need an entire year or something like that to get started like I thought I did. I could start small. And so I did. With the remaining time I had on my work term, I began building a backyard office and documenting the build on YouTube with the hope of acquiring a buyer in the process. Thus, you could say, I was attempting to manifest my first client by getting started on a building without a customer yet. It was a big risk that luckily paid off, just not how I thought it would. I did end up getting my first clients, a lovely couple by the name of Don and Lisa. But they didn't want the backyard office that I was building. Instead, they wanted their own custom backyard bar. So after working with Don and Lisa and coming up with a design that we loved, I got to work. So real quick, here's how you build a backyard bar. Scout the site, dig some holes, fill up said holes, make a floor frame, add your flooring, frame the walls, balance on 1 foot, frame some more, install sheathing, waterproof your structure, frame your roof using awkward camera angles, sheathe it, install your fascia, waterproof some more, nail in your drip edge, shingle your roof, install strapping to create a gap between your sheathing and siding to allow for water drainage, then install your siding, jump for joy at how much progress you've made, but only with your arms, install your soffit, hook up power to your bar, finish the interior walls, finish the interior roof, create a template so your counter fits perfectly, then install your counter, insert a door or 2, finish the trim, and just like that, you have yourself your very own backyard bar. Taking that risk to pursue my passion and trusting that something will happen if I just get started was the greatest decision I've ever made. And truthfully, I barely even consider it a risk. Because what are you risking? Worst case scenario, you developed a ton of skills that you didn't have before. That's a plus. And now you're down a couple months income, so you gotta pick up a second job for a while. Okay. Best case scenario, you've created your dream job and are now getting paid to do what you love. When you look at the potential upside versus the potential downside, it's hardly even a risk. It's just the logical thing to do. If my work interests you and you've been looking for your own backyard bar, office, studio, you name it, then I have some good news for you. During my next work term, starting in January, I will be continuing to grow my company, doing projects just like this. I already have my next client and have the time to take up 2 more. So, if you live in or around Toronto and think that could be you, then head on over to frise.ca and shoot me a message. I'll leave a link in the description. I never know how to end these videos, but I think a fitting one for this one would be cheers.